Good morning, second graders. Today is Wednesday, April 1st. We're on lesson 137. Today is April Fool's Day. I hope you don't play too many tricks on your family today. All right, we're going to start with phonics, and we're going to talk about two sounds that we know as suffixes. They're going to go with our adjectives today. And we're going to review our suffix rules and when to double consonants and when to change Y's to I's. So we're going to start with a little review. We've talked about a and an. We use a before a word whenever it starts with a vowel sound, and you use and before a word that starts with a vowel sound. So if I said pig, frog, what do we put? I'm sorry, a pig. What do we say? A pig or an pig? I hope you said a. We would put the a before pig. And a word like oak, we would say an oak tree. We would put the an before the oak because of the vowel sound. All right, we're going to talk about and s. If you can kind of see on the board, I have the suffix and the suffix s. We're going to add those to those words, and we're going to learn when do we add those. For example, if I'm talking about two things, if I'm wanting to compare two things, I have a bag here with good old Olaf is on there, and another bag. So I have a sandwich bag and a gallon bag. If I wanted to compare these two, I would say this bag is smaller or this bag is bigger. When I'm comparing two things, I'm going to use the suffix er. Okay, but if I add another, and I have, put them on the board over my words for a minute, I have this bag, get my O off. Okay, so if I want to compare three bags, you kind of see there, you can see this one's the smallest and this one is the biggest. So when we compare three or more, we want to use est. So when we compare two things, two nouns, we use er, but when we compare three nouns, we use est. So let's look at some of our words on the board. I have three words here. We're going to start with the word dark. I want to make darker. So I look at this. I have two consonants here, so I'm not going to do anything special. I'm just going to add er. And then when I get to est, I'm just going to add est. Okay, but here I see a single consonant, a short vowel, a suffix that begins with a vowel. So I'm going to double, W-E-T, double the T, then add the suffix and get wetter. Same thing for this one. I have a single consonant, a short vowel, and a suffix that begins with a vowel, so I'm going to double the consonant and add the suffix. Okay, then we have the word happy. Happy ends in a Y, and our suffix begins with an E, so I'm going to take happy, change the Y to an I, and add ER. Same thing for est. It ends in a Y. I'm adding a suffix that begins with an E. I'm going to drop the Y, change it to an I, and add EST. So on your paper, on page 273, it goes through those things that I just did on the board. It says, remember these suffix spelling rules. When a root word ends with one consonant and the word is short, double the consonant before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel. And then when the root word ends with a silent E, which we didn't have one on the board, but I included the others on the board, with a silent E, drop the E before adding the suffix that begins with a vowel. So you have large, take away the E and add ER. So number one says to read the sentence, write the correct adjective in the blank. So you look at how many things you're comparing. If you're comparing two nouns, it's ER. If you're comparing more than that, three or more, it is EST. Number two, add the suffix to the root word. So you have icy, green, and yummy. In one column, you add ER. One column, you add EST to those words. On the back, you're going to write the words under the contractions. So you have were, which would be we are. Hope you said are. Okay, remember apostrophe R-E is apostrophe R-E is are. The N apostrophe T is not. Apostrophe V-E is have. Apostrophe S is, apostrophe M is am. We haven't done contractions for a while, so just wanted to get you thinking. Number 2, write may or can on the lines. Remember, may means to ask or give permission. Can means to show ability or power. Number 3, write the predicate part of the sentence. That would be you have a subject, so now you need to put what that subject does, the action. Number 4, write the subject. So you have the predicate part, the action part, you need to write the subject of what did the subject. It tells you something tastes very sour, so you need a subject that tastes sour. Number 5, you're going to mark the sentence, diagram the sentence. So remember to mark right before the action word, underline the verb twice, and the subject once. All right, that is phonics for lesson 137. On your math, for lesson 137, it is a review. I hope that you're understanding everything. We're going to have more review over the next couple weeks, and I'll go over some things on some of the review, and if you have any questions, you can ask your parents and they can send me a message and let me know what I need to review over. All right, I'm going to read the front directions and look at something there, and then we'll look at some stuff on the back. All right, it's page 273, and up at the top you'll see Everglades National Park in Florida. That would be an awesome place to look up this week if you have time. Lots of alligators. Number 1, mark the circle under the coins that equal 35 cents. 2, without using your ruler, estimate how long this line is. Estimate means to guess. And then circle your answer. Then you're going to use your ruler and see if you were right. Okay, number 3, you got a story problem. Number 4 is clocks. I hope you remember your clocks. It's been a while since we've done them. Remember to look at your hour hand. That goes first. And then remember you count by 5s for your minutes all the way around. Number 5 says write the quotients. I know sometimes these kind of trip us up. Seeing them wrote this way. Let me erase for a second. Get us a little bit of room here. All right, so the first one says 10 divided by 2. So if you split 10 in half, we're dividing 10 in half, so we would have 5, so you want to make sure it lines up above the 0. Okay, number 1 on the back. I wanted to go through number 1 on the back because we haven't done these for a while. Let's see if you get the right answer. All right, I'm going to read it and you write your answer, and then let's check it and see if you got it. All right, 1 dozen equals blank things. 1 dozen equals blank things. 12. 1 dozen equals 12 things. I hope you got that. Next, 1 pound equals blank ounces. 1 pound equals blank ounces. 16, that's right. All right, 1 kilogram equals blank grams. This is one we have trouble with. So 1 kilogram equals blank grams. It's a big one. All right, the answer is 1,000. All right, 1 pint equals how many cups? 1 pint equals how many cups? That would be 2. 1 quart equals how many pints? 1 quart equals how many pints? 2. All right, and the last one, 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. I helped you out on that one. On number 2, draw lines to match. See if you remember what the side, vertex, edge, and face is. Number 3, you have a story problem, and you've got to line all those numbers up. And make sure your decimal point is lined up to add your money correctly. Number 4, set the clocks. 5, color temperatures. And number 6, write the missing numbers. All right, that's math. Let's look at science today. We're going to be reading on page 67 through 71. 67 through 71. You're going to be reading about animals in the pond habitat, about their water, space, food, shelter. On page 69, you have vocab words: lodge, engineer, someone who designs and builds things. Chisel is a cutting tool. And then you'll read page 70. See if you can answer those questions there. And on page 71 is something you can try. Ask mom and dad, you just need a baggie and a bowl of water. And you can take that baggie and you're going to pretend to be an animal that has webbed feet, like a beaver has webbed feet. So having that baggie on there puts the feeling of like a webbed feet between your fingers, and you can kind of see how the beaver's back feet help them swim. All right, I hope you have an awesome first day of April, and I hope you're getting outside and enjoying your time with your family, and we'll see you on Thursday.